We are live and it's showtime. Welcome,
Yay.
everyone, to Conversations with C, where we connect with spiritual thought leaders from around our world and beyond. My amazing guest today, I'm so excited, is the incredible trance healing medium, Debbie Charlton. Debbie will be discussing. Oh, hang on a second. Pause that. Debbie will be discussing the powerful healing potential of trance mediumship, as well as doing a live demonstration. Our trance guides will be speaking. You'll have the opportunity to ask Debbie questions as well as her guides. So you're all ready? Shall we begin? Please join me in welcoming Debbie Charlton.
Oh, thank you. Lovely to be here. Lovely to be here. I'm so looking forward to tonight. Yes, we're happening right now. Hi, everybody. Hi. Hello, Julie. Hello, everybody. We're all excited. Hello, Mommy Malada. Hello, Hen.
Amy.
Hello, Amy. Oh, it's just lovely to see everybody already.
Sorry, Debbie, go ahead. I didn't hear you.
Well, it's just lovely to have everyone coming in and joining us in this beautiful evening, all coming together for the love of spirit.
Love
Hello, Ellie. Hello, Yvonne. Hello, Alice. Hello, Jean.
If you're on Facebook and you haven't already given StreamYard permission to show your name, please do that. And this way, either that or make sure that you tell me what your name is next to your comment. But if you just click on the StreamYard link, that you should see it. Anyway, and welcome to everybody on YouTube as well. Hello, everybody on Facebook and on YouTube. I've actually got to share this out to a couple of groups while we're getting started. So hello, everyone. Good evening. You're all amazing. I'm so glad you're here.
This is just lovely. I'm just making sure that I can see in my wee group here that everybody, all my lovely friends.
Absolutely. So do you see it in Discovering, in your group, Discovering the Unfoldment of Trance? It should be live streaming already.
I'm just looking at that now then. Just give me a wee second.
You need to stream it in my group, High Vibrational Mastery. It's not quite there yet. I have to do some streaming. And we will stream.
Oh, lovely. Yes. Yeah. Yep, I see us there. That's lovely. Oh, hello, everybody from my beautiful wee group. From where lovely to have you all with us. Getting excited. It doesn't take much, though. Doesn't take much. Hello, everybody. It's coming in and joining us.
Hello, everyone.
Isn't it lovely to come in the name of spirit? This is what we're all here for, isn't it?
It is indeed, Debbie. It is indeed. I'm just going to, Kimmy Siegel, are you here? Oh, Kimmy's right there, already shared. Oh, you're the best, Kim. And I don't have to do that.
Thank you, Kimmy.
Thank you. Hi, Velda Wilson. Hello. Great to see you.
Hello, Mommy Velda. Hello, Mommy, lovely woman.
Hello, and greetings from the UK. Hello. Oh my God, you're all amazing. Kathy Schultz Vanden Boogard. I'm not sure if I pronounced your name correctly. I do my best, but welcome. Oh my gosh, you're all amazing. So people are still coming in. We're expecting about
we'll give them.
But let's just get started with some basic info about yourself, because a lot of people already know you, but for those who don't, if you want to give us a little bit of background about who is this amazing trance medium, Debbie Charlton, and I know you've been doing this all of your life. Your dad was a medium, so if you can just catch us up, and then we'll dive in.
Yeah. So who am I? That's a good question. I asked myself that. Well, just really a bit of background about myself. I was very blessed to be born in a beautiful family where my father was an amazing mentor. I'll call him my mentor. To say he was just absolutely amazing in the journey that he took me on. Oh, hello, Marie Allahan. Sorry, I get excited and see all these friends. Just drama, Mom. Okay, I'll settle down in a wee while.
By the way, if you guys don't know, Debbie Charlton and I have the exact same birthday. I'm going to tell you that at some point. I might as well say it now. She's a few hours older than me. I'm telling you, same day, same year, everything, just a few hours. So I'm the younger sister, but you can usually tell.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, my cat. But anyway, I just want to share that. And we did not intend to match completely with our clothing today, but totally spirit got that right. So anyway. Okay, please.
Definitely, definitely. So yeah, so as I say, been blessed very much to be brought up in that family. He was my mentor, and the way my father would have taught me, it was like you didn't get the answers, you worked them out, and that's what I think a journey is about. A journey is about an unfoldment. It's an unfoldment of the self. It's finding the layers within you that you work on, and it's a journey, it's a beautiful journey if you look at it like that, if you look at the journey that you're on. And it's not to say you won't go through hardships. I've gone through periods in my journey, through my development where I have been knocked down and I've really questioned my journey. But when you have that beautiful gift within you, you can't not work with it. You are drawn to work with it. And why is that? Because everything that we do is healing. Everything that we do, it all comes back to healing. It comes back to that love that we share with each other, that connection, that bond. So this is my driving force. My driving force is to be able to connect to our beautiful friends, that we're all over the world. And yet we're coming tonight to share this gift of love, share this gift of development. That's what's so beautiful, and that's why I do what I do. And even just I would have been very much guided in that sense with my father. He taught me about energy. He taught me about the breath, working with the breath, working with energy, really identifying what energy is, what grounding is, what do we mean by grounding, what do we mean by energy, all these things that you sort of think about, but do we really understand them, and do you understand the impact of actually understanding what it is? So moving on from there, my father passed away in 2009, and I then took my journey. Well, I closed down for 2 years, nothing. I absolutely had nothing for 2 years. And that's really important. And it's another point that I come to. It's the healing. This is where the healing is taking place, allowing ourselves to be where we need to be without interfering with the process. Just allow ourselves to be. But 2 years later, I felt that calling again. I'm sure every one of you know in some way or another, what that calling is and how it becomes stronger, that we can't ignore it. It just becomes much, much stronger. So that then took me into our local spiritualist church. And I walked in there, and I was always more to do with the healing. My father and my sister as well, another beautiful medium. um, they were the ones that would have seen spirit like I'm seeing you now, but I
Mhm.
was always very frightened of that as a child. So I had always asked from the beginning, don't show me like this, show me yourself as a light. So I would see spirit as light. That's the way I would always have seen spirit. So I could tell you exactly what they look like, but it was more to do with the fact that they were in the light and then the colour would come through. Um, so my first day into the church, I walked in and I says I would like to become, a healer, and trained to be a healer. And I was met with the words, "Oh, you need to do mediumship." Oh, I don't do mediumship. I don't do that. No, no, you have to do mediumship. So in a sense, that started my journey. To sit in the awareness class, to then go into to be invited into the closed circle. And then from that, this is where there was also that interest. I'll talk about trance in a minute, but just to give you a background of information of my own personal journey. So that then took me into really exploring all those things sort of spiritually, and really looking at development. And even within the my own learning, there was many things that didn't sit with me. And why is that? Because of what I'm feeling inside. There's something that's not sitting with me. So it's like my own spirit speaking to me. And this is the biggest lesson I learned. We tend to look for others for the answers, but the answers come within. We have to feel that within.
Yep.
And why is that? Because that's what guides us on. That's what moves us on to the next stage. And it keeps coming back to that. It keeps coming back. Listen to within. Listen to your own answer. So, for instance, you could be sitting in a circle, and you could love that circle. That circle could be so good for you, but then all of a sudden, there's something sitting with you. There's something, I need to move here, but you don't want to move because at the same time, there's this pull within. And it's telling you it's time to move on. And we fight this, but that's the mind fighting, it's the emotion fighting. But there's times where you'll be guided to move on to the next stage. And the more that you listen to within that, you will then move in that direction. But it's allowing yourself to move in that direction, because sometimes being comfortable, doesn't help us. It's pushing ourselves, but at the right time, would you feel the development for you? So that's sort of like, I looked at my journey, and especially after my father passed, and I thought, I take into account everything that I experienced, and in some ways, how I felt it held me back. Something simple like saying, now, if you're sitting in an awareness class and you're told, now, when you expand your energy, and you're thinking, okay, but how do what does that mean? What is energy? How do I expend my energy? And
Yes,
it's
yes.
something that's maybe simple, but to come back to the basics, and which is what my father used to always talk about, coming back to the basics, being aware of what is energy, what is the flow of energy, how can we understand spirit if we don't understand our own spirit? That's the one thing we have to think about. We need to understand our own spirit before we can understand our connection. And the difference between, a lot of people talk about, these are things that I kind of like, I picked up as well. Like when we talk about psychic work, connecting with cards, connecting with someone and giving someone a reading, and knowing what's the difference between this and connecting with the spirit. A lot of people don't realize that, and yet a lot of us can take that for granted. That when you're connecting, when I'm giving you a reading, if it's cards, I'm connecting to you energetically. It's nothing to do with spirit. Spirit may step in, but it's knowing the difference. What's the difference in the energy? And being allowing yourself to feel the difference in the energy and getting to know it. And then what that does, it starts to expand your awareness. So your gifts within your mediumship, we talk about mediumship connecting to the beautiful spirit that connects whole mind to mind. Okay, so it's learning. When you really know the basics, you start to expand within your own awareness. And I found that, I run my own circles. I run I ran a circle online. Before online, I ran a home circle, and due to the lockdown, we then went online. And from that, this is when I started to connect to all these beautiful friends now that I have been able to connect with, and also starting the groups. And it was this calling within me to to bring people back to basics, so that you sit within your own power. And we talk about our own power. What is our own power? you know, how can you know how to connect if you don't know your own power? To
Yeah.
sit and feel the flow. We talk about flowing. What is flowing? To understand what is the flow that we sit in, that we talk about. And it's just that expansion. And this is where, as I say, that the name came, for discovering the unfoldment of trance.
Hmm.
The discovering the unfoldment of trance is discovering the awareness. It's discovering the awareness of yourself, peeling back the layers of yourself to help you to really understand yourself, how you work, how do you connect, how do we know when a group, when a connection has dropped. We talk about the spirit stepping away. A lot of times, no, it's ourself where our own energy has dropped, but we're not aware of that. And then how do you build that back up? How do you stay in your power? How do you hold that power? That's the work we do in ourselves. That's when we talk about sitting in the power. And I remember, I mean, when we bring it back, to going right back and feeling that power for the first time. And then you've been lucky to hold that power for a few seconds, and then for a few minutes, and building and building and building till you really know what that power feels like, and to feel the flow of that. So that's where that's my background in, the actual workings. If you look into mediumship and things like that. But come back to trance now. That was a very strange one, because it found me before I found it, to be
Okay.
honest. And that was like, I started my own Reiki journey. As I say, I've been involved in healing, but back in 2003, 2004, after my young daughter was born, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and I was told I was going to be in a wheelchair by the time I'm 40.
Whoa.
Um, and through this, I then started to have these meditations as I sat, and I kept seeing this monk who I now realised was Eric, who works with me. Those of you that know me, they know Eric, my healing guide who works with me. But it took me on that journey, and I started my Reiki journey. Now, when I first went to get bloods taken, 45% of my blood had come out, that it was 45% was rheumatoid arthritis, and it was a downhill journey from them, as I was told. But over the next 2 years, I started, I kept hearing more about Reiki, and I could see this monk in my visions and as I sat for meditation. And that then took me into learning, doing my level 1, level 2, and going on to doing the masters. But by the stage I'd got to my level 2, my mobility had got a lot better and things were changing within us. So I then went back to find out medically what was wrong, what was actually happening. So I then got the bloods taken and got results at home saying they couldn't understand, but my bloods were clear. But I then went on to a retreat for healing to do. It was to the girl that I was working with to do the Reiki, and my sister had gone to something called trance. I had no idea what it was, but that night we were finished, and she was going back on. And I thought I'd like to go and see what this is all about. So I asked very gently, could I come and see? And I was blown away with what I was able to see, because I've been blessed to be able to see the spirit in front of me. I could see them, changing in front. But that then took me into the passion for trance. And to me, trance is just taking yourself into a deeper state of awareness to allow to, it's like to get you out the road so that the spirit can connect, your friend that connects with you, whether that's through the healing, whether it's through bringing inspiration through, or whatever way that they are, you're allowing yourself to let go for them to work through you. And over these, that's been from probably then I've developed this beautiful bond with my friends, with my spirit friends, and especially Eric, who works with me through the healing, and that is who I have been working with. And this is now why I do what I do, that I take this now out into the groups, and also the healing, why I have the healing circle on a Wednesday night. And this is for anybody to come along and to be sitting, to be present in this beautiful vibration of love as we send the healing. We're sending and receiving, so that's just roughly a background of where I've come from to where I am now.
Thank you
How
so
we
much,
drink.
Debbie. Grab some water. No, that was
Mm.
amazing. Thank you so much for catching us up. I'm super excited. Oh my gosh. So you're not only, Debbie is a very good friend of mine, and she's also my teacher and my mentor, my Trance Mediumship mentor. So it's an extra special.
Oh, very much so.
For me.
We're very blessed.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. So I have some questions. Now what we're going to do, we'll ask you a few questions, and you feel free to share whatever you want to share, Debbie. And then we will, let me think, what should we do first? Well, you know what? If you guys have general questions for Debbie, like general spiritual questions, no private readings today. All right.
No.
So for Debbie, you can drop them in the comments, and I'll bring up as many as I can. I have my own questions too. All right. Yeah. So let me just pop that in there. So ask your general questions to Debbie now. And then in about 10 minutes, give or take a few minutes, Debbie will go into trance. She will bring through her spirit guides, and you'll be able to ask her spirit guides general spiritual questions or what have you. And I'm excited for that as well. And then when she comes back, we'll wrap it up. Maybe some more questions. Maybe Debbie wants to share more. But that's like the outline of what it is.
Lovely.
We do however spirit guides us. We just go with the flow.
Yeah, and that's what it is. This is learning to go with the flow. Just allow the flow, and this is when we go into that beautiful space. It's just allowing that beautiful flow. It's beautiful, Tracy. It is. It's absolutely the Wednesday healing. Please, if you can come along. It's just such a beautiful experience, and the energy just seems to get so much more loving every week. I think it's to say we have a lot of people that come every week, like our dear friend Tracy here, and it's just lovely to feel that, beautiful flow of that loving energy, and you're receiving it. And the thing is, I'm also an approved healer with the SNU as well within our spiritual church. So I've gone through all the
Can you
training
say
for
what
that
that
as
is for
well.
those of us that are not in the UK or not familiar with SNU? What does that stand for, please?
Spirituals National Union. Yeah, so it's sort
Okay.
of, so I'd be involved in that. But the thing is, with when we talk about spiritual healing and what is that? I mean, it works on the physical, the emotional, the spiritual, you
Mhm.
know, and the mental as well. So it's working in all the bodies. And the thing is, and what we have to remember, sometimes we can be feeling, we need healing in a certain part of the body. But the
Mhm.
thing is, with spiritual healing, it'll go to where it's needed. And the thing is, the beautiful thing about it as well is it doesn't just stop because we stop that night. The healing continues on for a few days. We have a lot of people. I do healing in my own church, and a lot of people will come each week, and it's just to be able to sit in that and get, as I call it, it's like a top up, you know, just to be aware of it. But we have many people come in, that's cancers, to name but a few, and I've had people that's coming in that
Sure.
that have cancer, and they're getting ready to pass, in a sense. But
Mhm.
that is a beautiful gift of healing too, of being able to be present with someone that's getting ready to transition as well. So this is what I mean by keeping ourselves open to every possibility, to allow that flow to be whatever it is. And the more that we are out of the road of that flow, as in the mind, just allow the spirit to move through you. What could be more beautiful? What could be more beautiful? Isn't
Absolutely.
it?
Well said. Thank you so much for that. I do. So I see your questions, guys. Keep them up. You're awesome. But I have a question. So
Yeah.
why is, and because I know you speak about it all the time in class, and
Hmm.
you guys will understand the question when I ask it. So I know you say all the time, and you just alluded to it a moment ago, that sitting for trance healing is not just healing for the sitter, which is the person
Hmm.
receiving it, but also for the
Hmm.
medium. And so
Yeah,
can you tell us,
absolutely.
explain a little bit about why that is?
Right, so this is really a really, really good question. Now, when you think about it like this, okay? So we have to attune, okay? We have to attune to the energy. Okay, so I'm going to talk about two things here. I'm going to talk about magnetic energy, and I'm going to be talking about the connection, attuning to the divine. Okay, so
Mhm.
when you connect, when we talk about energy, the energy you're talking magnetic energy is when you put your hands on someone and it's your own energy, or you're sitting with a friend, say for instance you're sitting with a friend, the friend's really, really down, and you come out and you feel very tired and drained. That's because there's magnetic energy, your own energy has been used there. Okay, the difference is when we connect to the divine, we have the flow. So we're grounded, we've connected. So we're in that flow of energy. So as that flow is going through us, connecting to who we're sending the energy to, we're receiving that flow first. So it's coming through us, connecting to them. So it's from spirit, through spirit to spirit. Okay, there's your connection.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see that beautiful flow. Okay, so here's something that I do. Say, for instance, I go down to the healing on the Thursday night to do the healing.
Mhm.
I've been with my children all day because I childmind. Okay, so by Thursday,
Class
I could
has a
be really
babysitter, by the
tired.
way, or a nanny, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
maybe
making sure
sad.
the
Yeah,
translation here. Child
yeah.
minding in Ireland is like babysitter or nanny here in the US.
Yeah. So I go in and I can be very tired. So the first thing I'll do is I will sit down to a tune, okay, and I will feel that flow. I'll feel the energy.
Mhm.
And the way I could say is I would be slightly subdued, okay? That's the way I know I'm attuned. So I always put my hands, so if I'm putting my hands on the back of the client, say for instance, who's sitting, when I step back, when the healing has finished, I feel energized.
Mm.
If I'm still tired, it means I'm using my own energy. Now, initially, as I put my hands on them, there'll be that connection, there'll be that magnetic energy for that split moment till the flow. And then how do you know? Because you feel the flow coming through your hands as well. And I
Yeah.
can feel the connection in my head. So
Mhm.
think about it like that way. It's flowing through you, connecting to them, but it's this continuous flow, and that's why that you receive the healing as well, because you're connecting to the divine. Of course.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Debbie. And I love that answer. And I love that that's what it is, because I know
Yeah.
I sit for trance healing often, and with you and with my clients and with myself, and it's just the most amazing experience. It
Oh,
really
it
is.
does.
And as Debbie's always saying in class, everything is healing. Everything is healing.
Everything we do. If that's your intention, we have to take ourselves into the vibration that we are here to serve. We're here to serve, and what is serving is healing, is giving and receiving that. You know.
Beautiful. We have a question from Paula Dyson Wade, and she's asking, how does one let go of past traumas and let go of triggers?
Yeah, okay. Now that is a really good question there, Paula. So think about it like this, okay? The more that you sit within that, it's like first thing that we need to look at is grounding, is being grounded, right? And why is that important? Because if we're not grounded, we're in our mind. Okay, we're in our mind. So what happens is, so if something has happened, we keep reliving that experience through the mind. We keep bringing the mind, we fuel it by the emotions, so we're reliving that trauma. Okay, so what the difference that what you want to do there is, when we're grounded, we're allowing that trauma. So what will happen is, all of a sudden you may feel emotional. Say for instance, you sit in the Wednesday circle, okay, the Wednesday healing circle, you could all of a sudden feel, a lot of emotion. And then what happens is, what you're doing there, so think about it, you're allowing that to flow, that trauma to flow, okay?
Okay.
Now, it could be a case of, no, I can't, this wee bit's too hard, but each time you sit, you allow that trauma, you allow that past hurt to move through you. Okay. And each stage, it's like, think about it, you've opened the wound and you're going deeper each time, but doing it at your own pace. And what I would say, and a beautiful way to connect is, I use music. Music is a beautiful way for healing. Oh my goodness, it's such a beautiful way for healing, Paula. So look at the vibration of 528 hertz, which is connected to the earth and it's connected to the heart. So it's allowing yourself to come into the heart. Remember, you are not your trauma. You are
That's right.
not your trauma. Okay. And we all go through things, and there will be triggers. But once you recognize that trigger, the more that you can stay and allow yourself to be grounded, you will feel that flow. So what will happen is, when the mind comes in, come to your breath, focus on your breath. I'm aware of this trauma. I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. I am not my trauma. But do it gently. Use music is beautiful. There's a lady that I use a lot in my groups called Milan. You can maybe put the name up there, Megan. She's absolutely beautiful lady, in such a beautiful healing vibration. To sit with her music is so healing. I use it a lot within the healing. It's Milan Miritz. Try her as well, Paula. But it's just, as I say, it's taking it a stage at a time and just allowing yourself to, yes, I recognize this, but I'm letting it go. And each time, when you feel the emotion really strong, this is, so I have the emotion here and I can really feel it in my heart. Breathe into it and let it go. See it floating away, just see it moving away from you. And each time you do that, each time this surfaces, come back to your breath. You have no idea how powerful your breath is, how your breath can take you into the experience and it can take you out of it. It can bring it forward for you to release it. And keep saying to yourself, I am not my trauma. It's the emotion. You're reliving the emotion of it. And what you're doing is helping you to clear. It's like, for instance, tears are so powerful. And I think of the tears as a tap. You turn the tap on, you allow the tears to come. So when you feel that emotion, allow yourself to let that emotion, in a sense, flow through you, to allow it to move through you, you know. It's so powerful. But the breath is what will keep you in that place to help you to release it. Because when the emotion comes, you feel the emotion, Come back to the breath. Breathe deep, 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 deep into your solar plex. We store everything in the solar plex. Everything's stored in the solar plex, and the tummy just above your belly button. Breathe into that and feel that power moving up through you, and breathe out.
Beautiful.
I hope that helps, Hen.
Thank you, definitely, Debbie. That was beautiful. We have one more question I want to answer. I would love for you to answer TC's question from YouTube, and then based on the time, if you're ready, you can go into trance. And then I see Tiffany's question, and I feel that we can ask that question to Eric, your guide, if that's all right. Okay.
Yeah. So when you're doing trance, do you know who's speaking through you? I would say 95% of the time I would, simply because a lot of the time, and it's trust again, I because I do so much within the healing and even teaching. When I'm teaching, it's healing. It's about healing. This is what it's about. Teaching, when I teach, it's about healing. So I would feel Eric. So that's another thing, really, really important. I want to just speak about as well is to get to know your guys' energy, so working with them. So it's getting that beautiful bond, and that comes through sitting with them. And think about it, it's like sitting with a friend. This is like a friend. You come and you sit with them and you chat with them and you get to know them, you get to know their energy. So think a very, very close friend. This is what the bond with myself and Eric is like. It's just that beautiful bond. It's just getting to know him. So when he comes in so, so light, and he just floats in and starts talking and floats back off again. But whereas I have Yusuf now Yusuf comes in a very different vibration. Yusuf would come through if I'm maybe not feeling 100%, or if I need to trust a bit more, he'll come through. You know, he comes through any time that I've maybe been caught off guard. And things have happened that's out of my control, like my computer going off and me having to put my computer back on, and I'm maybe in the middle of something within trance, and he comes straight through and says what has to be said, and then steps back and away he goes, and then Eric would normally come and join us. So I would know, but the reason being is because of the amount of work that I've done in really getting to know the vibration. What does this vibration feel like? What does it feel like to connect to this beautiful friend? And once you know that, you will know right away who's coming in. And there is times where I won't, because it could be someone new that's joining me. So I'm aware of it, but when I'm aware of that, I just flow within it. I just sit back, and it's like me being slightly back and just allowing that presence and allowing myself just to sit within the vibration and feel that vibration. Yes, I'm comfortable here. This is very comfortable. And then, as I say, it could be that they've just popped in, or it could be that they've stepped forward and it's actually for someone. It could be that they've stepped forward to speak to somebody, you know. So that would be the thing is. But what I would say, the main thing I would say here is get to know the energy, get to feel them, breathe into it when they step forward. Invite them in, connect with them. How does this feel? Comfortable with the bond. That is the most beautiful thing that you can do, is spend time with your friends, get to know the energy, how it feels for you. Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. We have so many good questions, but we need to move forward with this beautiful event. I could talk to you for hours, and all of you are here. And your energy is so amazing, and thank you for that, because it helps us to do what we do, to hold this beautiful energy together. So I'm going to be quiet now and allow Debbie the opportunity to go into trance.
I'm just going to put a wee background music on for myself, because I like a wee bit of background music.
Well, Eric, tell me, or I mean, because I can, or we do this in class, but I want to know today, will Eric tell me when he's ready and start talking? Or shall I say, welcome, Eric? And
he will come forward first. He will come forward, so then you'll know. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you can hear, I can hear you okay, Megan? Yeah.
okay, let me move my keyboard so you can hear me better.
No, I can hear you fine, Hen. That's grand.
Oops.
Okay.
All right. Mm.
It is but a great honour to come and sit amongst you this evening, friends. Not many times that I come and sit within these circles that you have all formed tonight, to be coming present with the Great Spirit. But it is with great effort that you bring yourselves now at this point to sit amongst us, to come and ask the questions. So it is with a great honour that we come forward tonight, but it is not one friend, it is many us that have come tonight, because you see, this gives us great opportunities to be able to connect, and to connect on such a massive scale as we have tonight with you all here in this present moment. Is not it wonderful that we can be sitting here in this time all over the world, but we are all connected by that special bond of wanting to know ourselves deeply in this present moment. I step forward first this evening, friends, to be aware of what the energy feels like for our medium to work in, because you see, this is very important, because we want to maintain the energy here tonight, and it is the essence of what you send out for the medium. As you work, as you sit, you are also working. You see, you may think that you are sitting observing this lady as she sits for you, but that is not so, friends. That is not so. You see, you are helping her to maintain the power, the deep connection with us, so that we are able to speak through the voice of this lady as she sits. So you see the importance of what you are doing at this present moment. It is so important to come with that richness in your heart. For you see, you will walk away from here tonight and you will have learned much more than you think that when you came here tonight to sit. To sit. Why have you come? Why did you sit tonight to see this that make you question maybe your own abilities, your own development? For you see, this is what it is all about. This lady's talks of service, and that is what we bring forth for you tonight. We are all of service. So as you sit there, friends, we ask you to be of service tonight. Do not just sit there, friends, but be of service tonight. Lend to this lady the energy that is needed at this time, because we are reaching out on a mass scale not seen by many, but is becoming more so now, is it not? Because people now are coming together because they need the answers to the questions they seek. But they already know the answers. What we can do is show you how to tap into these answers. And there is more and more coming together. But friends, we must ask you to work together. It is so important you work together. No, nobody judging, nobody holding anybody accountable. Nobody. It is to work together, friends. That is why we have to clear this negativity of the planet. You think we have the answers. We do not have the answers. We can only be of assistance to you, but it's up to you. You have the spirit within yourself to do the job that needs to be done, but you need to come here together, friends. The movement has already started, and there is those that are reaching out, but it is not enough, friends. It is not enough. We need more. We need commitment from you now. We need the commitment from your spirit. Your spirit cries out to you, but it is up to you to take up that challenge. Friends, please listen. It is time now, and we need you desperately to come forward to take up that stand. We need this planet to be cleared from the negativity that is hanging over it. We connect through the earth to change the vibration, but it is up to you. We also need you. This is why there has been this mass calling. This is why there is this mass calling. This is why you feel it within you and you can't shift from it. It will not go away. This is the time, friends. And we ask you, please, please, to listen. You may look at tonight and you may wonder, why is this possible? What is this possible? Because you're spirit, friends. That is why it's possible. You are spirit. You're not your physical body. You are spirit, friends. That's why it's possible.
Thank you very much, Eric. Is someone new coming through?
Hello, my dear. It is Eric here.
Hello, Eric.
Hello, hello, my friends. It's nice to come amongst you.
Wonderful for you to be here.
We had to let our friend speak first. He had a lot to say, as you understand.
Excellent.
But it is nice. It is nice to come amongst you all. Such a beautiful feeling tonight, friends. It's lovely to come amongst you. I hope you are enjoying this evening with our beautiful lady here. It is just lovely to come and sit amongst and to be able to feel your love, your warmth. But I believe there is some questions that have to be asked tonight. Is that right, my dear?
It is indeed. Thank you, Eric. Shall we begin?
Oh, please, please do, dear. Please do. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Thank you so kindly. We have so many great questions. I'd like to start right here with Nicholas Terpstra. I'm doing my best to pronounce your name. Thank you. Nicholas says, hello. Beyond sitting in the power and attuning, what else can we do to open up to guides, spirit, and loved ones in spirit to receive more clear communication?
My dear fellow, we need to get grounded. That's all we need to do. We need to get grounded. You see, it all starts with the grounding, you see, because then we understand the flow. And we can't understand the flow if we're not grounded. And we have to spend the time in the grounding. My dear fellow, please take that into account. Because you see, as we become grounded, the physical body is held. And when the physical body is held, you flow. We flow. And what is that flow? That flow enables us to connect to us even, yes, to us. And that way that we can work with you. Because you see, you hold yourself in the power. And when you hold in yourself in the power, we are able to connect and we are able to bring those through that can work with you. Because you see, there is many different vibrations of those that step forward to work with you. But it is only in the power that we can do this. So spend the time in getting to know how it feels to be grounded. Feel the coldness around the legs. And when you do, you start to understand, yes, I'm grounded because I can't move off the chair. It is so important. It is a thing, it's so important, but it is so easily missed. So easily missed. So, sir, please take the time and understand the grounding. And when the grounding is becoming part of you, you start to understand then the flow of the breath. For you see, the breath is taking you out of it and it is taking you into it. And it goes hand in hand, you see. The breath goes hand in hand with the grounding. But that is what will help you to understand the connection. For you see, once you understand the connection, you understand how those that come to work with you, then you start to feel who comes and works with you. Oh, pardon me. It's funny being in the body because you experience all the things within the body, but you have no body at the time. So it's quite funny when we have these things. But I hope that answers your question, my dear sir. I hope that answers your question.
That was a great answer. Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you for your excellent question, Nicholas. What's interesting, Eric, is I also had energy moving within me at the same time that the medium's body
Mm.
did as well.
Ah, very good, lovely. We share together, my dear.
You indeed. We have another wonderful question from Thomas J. Thomas asks, can Eric speak a bit about the psychic self? What is it and how to access it? Thank you.
So psychic self, it all starts with the solar plexus, my
Mm.
dear sir. See, now what we have to do, okay, when we tune in, so as we sit together tonight. So I want you to think about in the sense of what you're feeling. And this lady often talks about what you're feeling within the circle, as you know, sir. We talk about what you're feeling. As you said just now, what are you feeling? You're feeling it in the solar plex, as you may be feeling it in the solar plex. That is the energy that is supplied. So it is the same. It feels like a strong pull, does it not? Feels like a strong pull. And this is the same when we talk about psychic work. We will feel it in the solar plex. We will feel that pull within the solar plex. And that is when you're connecting to someone else and you're reading for them psychically. You're connecting to the energy of that person. That is the difference. As the lady spoke about earlier on, that is the difference. The difference is when you connect to the energy of the person. That is you working psychically, but get to know what that feels like. What does it feel like? What is the difference in the energy when you connect to someone and you're reading for them? And what is the difference when you connect to the spirit and you're connecting to the spirit? How does it feel to you? There will be noticeably difference because when you connect on this level, it will feel like a harder feeling, like as in, this I feel very tight. But when you connect with the spirit, it is more of a flow. It is a different vibration altogether. It is about learning the difference and taking each step at a time as you learn the difference. We have to feel the energy first, get to know the energy. Once you get to know the energy, you will know whether you are connected to spirit or whether you are connected to the person that is sitting in front of you. But know the difference. We talk about the battery. You've often heard we talk about the battery. You're supplying the energy, but the energy's been streamed through you. That is the difference. You're also connected, you're attuned, so you're using it in a different way because you're helping to power the medium as she sits. It's the same with when we send those loving thoughts out. It is the same thing. We are supplying the energy, but we are connected. But when you're reading from someone, if you continue to read for a full day, oh, I will say you will be tired. You will be very, very tired because there is times that you will feel the draining coming because you have worked in that energy for a long time. It is about disciplining yourself as well. Very much about disciplining yourself. I hope that helps a bit to understand. It does get a bit confusing though. Very, very confusing at times.
Thank you so much, Eric. And thank you, Thomas J., for your excellent question. Now we have Chris Lippincott with another amazing question. Chris asks, how has the vibration of humanity and the earth changed over the last 100 years?
You see, the thing is now there is much going on in this world, and we are very much prone, as in the televisions, that is we're seeing, and the governments that are going And with the words, if we listen to something over and over again, we start to take in, we can believe what we are hearing, and this creates a negative vibration. But then there is greed within this planet, much greed at this time, which has changed this planet. People become not happy with what they have. They want more of what they have. And this creates disturbances when the balance is become shifted, that it is much too much one way and much too much another way. This creates an imbalance, and this is what has happened within this planet. This beautiful planet has seen much destruction, and I'm sure you are all aware of that. And you see, we are sitting in the eye of the storm, so to speak, because of what is going on within this world at the moment. And you see, friends, we cannot change it ourselves. We can only stand beside you and through the healing, bring through the healing to try to change, to help to shift the vibration into a higher vibration. That is all that we can do. And we come down and we come amongst you now, because it is more of a time now that this needs to be done than at any other time. It is so important for everybody to come together now. And this is why do you think that all of a sudden in this year of 220, how significant that was? Do you think it is just one main feat that this is the stage now that many people are becoming, as you call, awakened? We have become awakened for a reason, friends, and we are stepping forward with you for that reason, for we need to change the vibration of this planet. There is too much self-destruct within the planet, and you see what is happening. It is bringing destruction to our young friends, our young children. There's lots within the young children needs to be saved. But it starts with you, friends. We have to be the spine for the young children. And there is much that the young children are experiencing, and they do not understand. They feel this, they feel the vibration of this planet. And we have to take them to a place where there is healing can be brought. Much needs to be done, my friends. And that's why now we come at this time. We bring many to you. And we hope to make this, that we move forward from this, that people see the light that is within this world. So many people stand with that beautiful light. But we need more than that, friends. We need more. We need your courage. We need your support. We need you to open up. We need you to let go. This is why we have to say, not to be fighting, but come together as one and shine brighter through one voice. We all have our beautiful different skills, but just because someone's skill is different from yours, it doesn't mean to say it's right or wrong. We come together for mankind, for these beautiful lessons. And remember, friends, this is what moves us forward. It is the gift of you, the gift of us that moves us forward. For remember, we are learning. We are learning also from you. As you learn from us, we are advancing within the spiritual realms as well. But it is up to you to step forward and to take up that sword, friends. Take up that sword now, friends. It is our time now. It is our time. Many things are being cut away. Many things are being destroyed. But you have the power within each and every one of you to make a difference, friends, to make a difference. I hope that helps to answer that question, my dear sir. I hope that helps.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Chris, for that excellent question. Eric, how is the medium doing? Do we have more time to ask another?
Oh, she's good. She's letting a lot of. I think she must have had a good dinner. She's okay just now. She's quite happy sitting back there, just
Yes.
enjoying listening.
So
I've
yeah,
kept her quiet so far.
all is
Can't stop
well.
laughing though. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Such
we have to laugh, friends. We have to laugh.
absolutely. Uh, such beautiful
Carry
energy.
on, my dear. Carry on, my dear.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love chatting with you. Thank you, Eric. We have so many
Oh,
great
yeah.
questions.
Oh, we have fun, don't we, dear? We have
We
lots
do.
of fun.
I have a question that I feel drawn to ask you. Um, it seems like a lot of people are transitioning these past few years. I don't know if that's just my perception or if that's really happening. A lot of people in the public eye, a lot of our loved ones not in the public eye. And I'm wondering, is there a reason for this? Are they leaving so that they can reincarnate and come back in the new energy? Like, I just want to know what your perception is and what your thoughts are about this, please.
There has to be a clearing, dear. There
Oh,
has to be a clearing. It
clearing.
is, it is, it goes with the flow. It
Mm,
goes with the flow as those that come. If you see everything is in balance. It may seem a lot because it is more, as in each one of us may have lost loved ones within these 2 years, and we may have noticed this more, but this is the clearing. We see it as you see, the thing is, we are tapping into the vibration of negativeness with it because it's what is going on. So it is becoming more apparent to us that we have lost loved ones. But you see, think about the sadness that has been brought around it because of what you have had to endure. So it seems more for you at this time. But what is going on is just that beautiful cleansing that needs to go on at this time, as those that leave have work to do. You see, think about, we never seem to think about it, that those that have left, sometimes they can be very, very young, those that leave us, but they have work to do. They have work to do. And their time may be short in this earth, or sometime it may be long within this earth, but they are moving forward, for they have things to do. They have a part to be played that is not no longer within this realm as they pass through. It is more so because you're seeing it on these newsies and on those ways of bringing forward that information for you. But it is just the natural progression of where each soul and each individual is where they are at that moment. They are where they have to be at that moment. When their time comes, they have to pass through simply because they are waiting to fulfill the promise that was made, that they have given before they came. It just seems to be at this stage that it is more noticeable, even because of what has happened. We are more aware of it. So
yes.
you can see the heart. So what you're feeling, friends, can be the heart that is left. So it stays with you, and it seems more because you're carrying the pain of the loss in a sense that you had no control over it. But your friends, those loved ones that have passed, they are where they are in that beautiful journey of life. Think about it that way, friends. They've come back for the purpose of what they had asked for their development, as we all develop in our own unique way.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Eric. We have
You're
time for one
welcome.
more question.
Yes, please do. I'm just having a wee nap here, okay?
All the time you
I'm,
need.
I'm having a wee rest here. She's back there somewhere. She's okay. So, I'm just holding on to the power here for her. Let her rest.
We have a beautiful question. I don't see the name of the lovely soul who's asking. It says Facebook user, but hello, friend, is asking, I would love to ask a question. How do we get a stronger blending with our guides?
That's a beautiful question.
Mhm.
Beautiful question, friend. My, it warms my heart to see for these questions to be asked, because it means you want to get to know us.
Mhm.
You want to have that beautiful relationship. And what do I ask? I ask that you just come and sit with us, friends. Yes, you just come and sit with us. Take that time, maybe 5 minutes per day, just start, and just invite us to come forward. Invite us to come forward, just as you would a friend, an old friend. Beautiful connection. And just sit and feel that connection. We are always just beside you, just waiting with respect, friends, waiting with respect to be invited forward to come and work with you. We wait for you, you see. We wait for you till you're ready. We will not come until you're ready. And then that beautiful journey begins. That beautiful journey begins, friends, as we step forward and you become familiar with us for taking that time. But you realize how special that gift, that bond, that love that you share together with us. You realize what it is. So set time aside, dear friend. Set time aside just to come and sit and allow that beautiful process of getting to know us. And that bond becomes stronger. Because you see, friend, you recognize it. You recognize those that come to sit with you. But we have to be serious about it. It's no use to say 5 minutes today, but then leave it for the week. Or you come to one class a week and you sit, and that is the only time you give to this friendship. It is a bond. It is a blessing to get to know. For not only are you getting to know us, you're also getting to know your own spirit, my dear friend, your own spirit. And is that not beautiful? To know you, to know who you are, to know how you feel. My, what a gift that is, friend. What a gift. That is where it starts. Get to know you, friend. And then we will just be the blessing that walks beside you. I hope that helped, friend.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. I just want to thank you all for your amazing questions. There are more, but I know we were limited on time. And I want to say thank you, Eric, and thank you to all your guides that came through. I believe it was Joseph in the beginning. Am I correct?
Yes, that's my dear friend. Yes. Yes, yes.
Thank you, Eric. I look forward to the next time we speak, and just thank
It has
you.
been beautiful. It has been beautiful to come and sit with my beautiful friends in this place, and I thank each and every one of you for stepping forward and creating that sacred space for us to come and speak to you tonight. For you have made this medium feel safe. You've made this medium feel loved. And in doing so, she was able to let go that hold, and that comes through the trust, friends. So I want to thank each and every one of you that has stepped forward for that support tonight. It has been a blessing, and I hope to come again and speak to you. But my last words to you is, always remember how much you are loved. You are loved beyond measure. And I want to leave that with you, friends, for that is what is important. And take that love that you have within you out into this world and allow it to shine. For you are beautiful, friends. You are beautiful. Thank you now.
Grab my water too. I can refill your glass for you.
Yeah. Just give me a wee second. Thank you, everybody.
Absolutely. Take your time.
Oh. I think I'm coming back.
That was amazing. Just to say, that was absolutely amazing. Joseph came through, Eric came through, and everybody asked us the most incredible questions, and the answers were so heart-centered and profound. And
I just turned this music off a wee minute, Megan. That's okay. Whew. The energy was just amazing. It was just incredible. Thank you, everybody. It's just the energy was just so beautiful to work in.
absolutely, I could feel it. It was almost hard to stay awake, but I've got this.
Oh, you did amazing, Megan. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. It was just, I think, and I just, as I say, I trust you to be able just to let go, and thank you so much. Really blessed, and it's really blessed. It's just, and everybody that joined, the energy was just, just
True.
beautiful, beautiful. And that's what healing is. You feel it, everybody. sure everybody that tuned in have felt the beautiful healing that comes through when
Mhm.
we spend that time. Oh, it was just,
Like nearly
thank you,
60 people
everybody. Thank you so much.
between all the platforms, and everybody just has this beautiful energy, and we all were holding space for you, and
Thank
you
you
guys
so
were holding
much,
space for me
everyone.
too, and I'm so grateful. And
It was just beautiful. Thank you so much. Really, from the bottom of my heart, everybody, every single person that joined on this live tonight, and also for those that maybe see the live after, sitting in that energy and feeling that beautiful, beautiful blessing. It was just absolutely stunning, stunning, friends. Absolutely stunning. I'm in awe because to be able to come and do something like this and know that I can feel the trust to be able just to let go, and that's through you, that's from Megan, that's from everybody that joined. It just made me feel lovely. Yeah, it was. That's what I love about the giggling. I could feel it at the back.
that was so
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Someone was saying there, yeah, is it normal for my own breathing? Yeah, because you're tuning in that vibration. So you've gone from thinking physically, the physical body, to coming to the breath. And when we connect through the breath, we connect into the energy of ourselves. And absolutely. So what was happening there was you were becoming what we call the battery. So you were helping become obsessed as you were helping to keep me in that beautiful power, friend. That's what you were doing. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because that's what's beautiful. This is what I mean. We all come, pardon me, we all come to be of service. We come to be of service. So you are coming and helping me to stay in that beautiful vibration so that those beautiful friends that connected can come and speak and bring these words of wisdom to you. That is because of you, friends. That's because of all you. It's everybody that joined and just came with that intention just to be here, to be present. That's all it took. That's all it took. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. It was just beautiful. I
Yeah.
can feel it. I can still feel that beautiful vibration, and it's very similar to when we do the healing. You're my vibration has lifted, so I've come back into the now. I've come back into the now because I've been drinking the water. But when I come out, I was suspended, and maybe a lot of you felt that, just that beautiful suspension as
Yes.
we sat in the energy together. And this is what would have happened tonight. And this is beautiful when you think about, we would all had received healing because we all had tuned in. You were tuning in to me as these beautiful friends spoke. So you were allowing yourself to become present, to be part of. So this beautiful experience happened tonight because of everybody that came. Isn't that beautiful?
Absolutely. Well, beautifully said, Debbie, and just an
Mhm.
incredible experience. Wow. I'm so excited. I am almost speechless. I never quite have, but oh my gosh, really
Oh, it was lovely.
amazing.
Well,
So
thank you for
where,
everyone that joined.
yes, I know. So let's tell
Mm.
everybody where they can find you and what you have going on. That the Wednesday
Yeah,
Healing Circle, and I know you have advanced trance classes. I know because I'm in one. I have different
yeah, yeah,
classes, and
yeah.
yes, let's everybody tell everybody what you got
Well, yeah, well, I am doing my first retreat in Scotland, and this between the 7th to the 9th of April, which I can't wait. I'm actually in Belfast. I've got a Scottish accent, but I live in Belfast in Northern Ireland.
going.
But I'm running a retreat in Scotland from the 7th to the 9th
Is
of
that
April. So
is
that's
that
that's
sold out,
happening.
Debbie? I'm just asking.
There's probably one or two places left. Just
Okay.
a few people couldn't make it, but as I say, but it's my first retreat, and it's going to be mad. It's going to be, I'm warning you in advance. It's just going to be nuts. I'm so looking forward to it. So I've got that, and also this is in person. I'm going to be doing. If you keep an eye on my group page, Discovering the Unfoldment of Trance, and also my my own personal page, Debbie Charlton. I'm going to be doing a retreat with two friends from Ireland. We're still sort of like getting that. You're still awake. And I'm going to be running that. We're still to finalise. We're in negotiations with that at the moment, so that's coming up.
Which one is coming
With
up?
two friends. It's another retreat.
Okay.
But it's in Ireland. It's in Ireland, and that's we're in the talks with that at the moment. So that's something that's going to be coming up, and we're looking at maybe the end of June doing that. But there'll be more word on that coming forward. So there's that as well. And then I still have to organise of our beautiful friend Julie Kirill. Myself and her are going to be doing a second stage in the more like an advanced trance class. It's the one that we did. We did the sort of first the basic side of it, but this is going more into the trance. That Julie has asked me to do that with her. So hopefully we'll get a date for that as well coming up. So
I'm
that's
in.
something that's
Just
coming
so
up.
you know.
Oh yeah,
I'm in.
definitely.
Don't forget me for that one. I'm there.
Oh, you'll be there, don't you worry, Mrs. And then we have I run the Wednesday healing circle is 9 o'clock, so that's UK time. Which for you, Megan, that is what
4 o'clock.
4
Eastern
o'clock
Standard Time.
Eastern time. Yeah.
Every Wednesday.
So we've got that, and then I've got two. I'm running two classes at the moment, a Wednesday night and a Sunday night. Those are from 7 to 8:30 on a Wednesday night, and then a Sunday is from 8 to 9:30 on a Sunday. And it's just just
that's
developing
UK time,
trance.
by the way, because
Sorry?
I attend. That's UK time because it's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me for your Sunday class.
Yeah, and then the same, I think it's 7 p.m. on a Wednesday, which is 2 p.m. for you Eastern time as well.
Right, yes,
So there's that as well. So if anybody's interested, and I come September, I'm going to be running a morning class as well, which I will let you know, because I'm going to be having all my mornings free from September, so I'm looking into running another morning class. But just say, if you keep an eye on my site on the Discovering the Unfoldment of Trance, that's my actual group. So if anybody that would like to join my group, just as I say, look up Discovering the Unfoldment of Trance.
It's right in the comments, and it's also in the description.
Oh, thank you, Megan. Yeah. So, and that's where I update everything anyway. Everything's updated. And also I've got something organised with Janine Lane. We are going to be doing which will update you that as well, because I'm going to be doing a sitting with Janine as well. One of her nights. So there'll be dates of that coming up. Janine gave me the date, but I don't have it offhand, but it will be up on my site as well. So I'm going to be doing one of her things. So there's a lot going on. Just keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled. There's lots going on anyway. So yeah, I think that's us. I think I don't think I've forgotten anything.
I know you don't have any coming up right now, but Debbie does often, like a couple of times a year, have beginners workshops. So look for that.
Oh yes, they'll probably. I would say you'll probably find that what I tend to do when I have a new class starting, I'll run like a 6-week beginners class, and then that takes them. Then if they want to stay on, then we go from there into like a wee closed circle. And as I say, it's just for those. So as I say, there'll be more details coming out. And what I do tend to do as well, I think the next one I'll probably run another workshop probably about July time. There'll be another workshop. So I do like a 3-hour workshop, and it's just, as I say, anybody that wants to come in and even it's great, because trance is about awareness. It's about allowing yourself to become aware. So that's awareness of the breath, awareness of the energy, awareness of frequency, how frequency moves, how we attune to frequency. And it's a good way of coming along and just sort of looking at the basics, and then taking that into what you actually do. Because the thing is, with trance, it sharpens every area of your development. Your mediumship, it shows you what connection is, how you can really extend that connection, really get a deeper connection. So trance goes far beyond the word trance. I mean, it's too big to actually put into words. Do you know what I mean?
so much more. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, it is. I mean, it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But
You're
there you
so
go.
welcome.
Thank you.
This was just
It's
perfect.
just been brilliant. Snap. Snap. It's just been a great night. Honestly, I am drinking water.
Me too. Water. Mm.
And that's another thing before we do finish.
Mhm.
It's really, really important. Like a lot of the time that when you've actually finished working, you can feel lightheaded or you can feel spaced out. And why is that? The reason why you're feeling that is because you're not grounded. You're still up here, you're still connected. You need to disconnect, okay? And the way that you do that is water. I always use water, and that's my guide of when I'm connected back to what we call like the physical body. And what I mean by that is I can really feel my physical body. So if you noticed of how I was in the beginning to how I am now, that's through the water. That's my judge. That's my gauge of how much I'm back in the now. I'm back in this present moment. So really get to know that as well, because that helps you disconnect. You know, there's so many things, there's so many aspects that, you know, just the simple things that can help you. And another thing as well, it's really important as a medium to look after your health, you know, when working. Really, really important, because a lot of the times what can happen is um and it's being honest, a lot of people can maybe end up with diabetes and that, because a lot of time when you come out and you've been working, you'll feel that you need a sugar fix, right? So
True.
it's important to look after your health, really look after your health. And that could be the case of going getting fruit instead of going getting chocolate or buns. So, so important. A lot of people that you know that you do actually, you know, you do feel that. So it's like, you know, your health is important, really, really important. And looking after your health and understanding your health, understanding why am I needing this sugar fix? What is that? So that's energy, right? Okay, I'll drink the water. How do I feel now? It goes far beyond, you know, we have to look at every aspect of our development, and that's our understanding our own health, it's understanding our connection, and it's understanding the work you need to do on yourself. There's no point in doing all this if you don't do the work on yourself. It's so important to do the work on yourself, and that can be hard. The work on ourselves isn't easy. It takes guts. It takes keep going back till you really allow something to be passed through you, till you let go. And the once you start to let go, you start to feel yourself becoming stronger,
Yes.
you
I know a
know.
lot of
And this
people
is
want to help others and they want to
mhm.
heal others and do readings
Yeah,
for
yeah,
others, but they haven't done
yeah.
their own work yet.
Yeah, and
And
and it's just they're constantly giving, but they're constantly ignoring their own
right,
health, their own what they need themselves. And this is so
right.
important, especially in our movement. You know, you have to, it's all about balance. Think about it like that. It's all about balance.
I walk outside between transitions.
Maybe just one cake and a banana in the other hand.
Because yes, I usually have chocolate beside me when I sit for trance.
Yeah,
I always
yeah.
crave sugar after. I will switch to water. Great tip. Thank you, Deb.
Great. And it's so important. You will feel the real benefit of it, you know, just being aware. And this is what it is. It's being aware. What am I aware of today? What has happened if I've sat, if I've given healing? How do I feel now? Look in, check in on you, check in on yourself, you know.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you again. And thank you, everyone.
Oh,
You're all
you
amazing.
too.
You are loved and you are appreciated. And
Oh,
I
love
do
you
hope
all.
so.
Love you all.
I would love to do this again sometime, Debbie. Just you and your
Oh,
guys are just
I
best. I just
loved it. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I will see you in class on Sunday. And everybody, I will
Yeah.
see you 2 weeks from today. I will actually have Janine Lane on my show, and
Oh,
she will be
lovely. Well, I'll definitely come and see that. Our wee woman there too. Lovely.
you
Well,
want to say
thank
your
you.
your,
Thank
your
you,
goodbye,
everyone.
Debbie?
Thank you, everybody. Oh, me love.
Great night.